All right, what's up? What's up? All right. So, hi everybody. Welcome officially. It is Monday night to our weekly team huddle. It's so awesome seeing all of your gorgeous, gorgeous faces tonight. So, let's kick off today with some like gratitude, right? So, like, what are some things that you're super grateful for? Maybe there's someone you want to give a shout out to right now in your team. Some maybe whoever it is, right? Someone you want to show appreciation for. Go ahead and pop it over in the comments. Sarah hitting go pro. Yes, we have. Oh, there's so many. If I could try to keep up with what was happening in my pulse right now, y'all slayed the weekend with getting this dollar promoter club. Holy crap! I was saying today, Travis forgot to turn off his like sounds and notifications for the Pulse app last night, and so I literally in the minute it was like it was like 1 a.m. I was like, turn it off. I was like, it's so amazing, but I just want to sleep for 5 seconds. Yeah, there's so many. That's right. So we have oh my gosh, shout out to Megan, being an amazing leader, boyfriend sitting by your side. That's so awesome. Started first Facebook group. How many people here, let's talk about this. Who is here is brand new? Like this is your very first huddle that you are on. In the comments, give us a me so we can welcome you guys. There's so many. Yay, what's up? Welcome, Melissa. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so awesome. Yes, so exciting. So many brand new faces on here tonight. This is so exciting, and it's going to be a really good call. I'm really excited about this. So before I jump into what this call is, oh, hey, what happened? How does this always happen? Can we? Okay, there we go. Hi. Okay, we are back. So sorry, that happens sometimes. So if you guys, first and foremost, if you guys are in a place where you can turn the video on, I would love to see your faces. So just because we have some speakers that are going to be sharing tonight, and it's really important that like energy feeds energy, right? Like it's so awesome to look out and see your faces. Like, listen, like we're all a freaking hot mess. Like I put my hair in, I was like, I'm gonna do my hair, and this is doing my hair for me these days. So like just know that like we're on this together, and it's just so nice to be able to have people's smiling faces and be able to look into eyes as we are going through all of this, right? It's so awesome. So okay. So just a few announcements, you guys. The Dollar Keto Club got extended. So like let's keep going. The reason that they are extending it is because we are crushing it right now. Is anyone else feeling like massive momentum in May right now? Like even if you're brand new, there's just this energy and this excitement about what is happening right now in our businesses, and like what's happening with this conversation as people are like, wait a second, like they've been home, they've been watching us. They're like, all right, this girl's been drinking this drink now. Like I've been on quarantine for 197 days and she's been drinking every day and she's still happy. She hasn't strangled her kids. Like, what is she drinking, right? So there's so much momentum that's happening right now that I'm so excited about. And so like seeing it pop through, seeing all these brand new faces is just like that validation that like big things are coming. So this Dollar Ketone Club is extended. You guys take advantage of it. It is there, and they will keep it there as long as we are using it, right? We're not just letting it sit back to the side. It is one of the best deals. It is the best deal. Like it's not one of them. It is hands down the best deal I have ever seen for anybody to ever get started in this business. It is great for customers because you can have that option for customers, have an option to get that pack. So if you're like, what is she talking about? Like reach out to your upline and they'll be able to tell you how to get your customers to get on that as well. So you don't have to, and they can still be your customer. So that is still around. The reboot had a surprise drop. It's available through the 20th. How many people here are rebooting right now? I reboot the first of the month, but awesome. Well, I applaud you because I know 24 hours into your reboot, if this is your first reboot, I'm like all the way like, yes, like you guys are freaking awesome. But you guys are 24 into it. Ours, like, seriously, you are all goddesses and gods, if there's any men that are actually on this call right now. So awesome. So I'm just going to kick it off because we have a lot of really good content that's coming to you tonight. So first, let me just say thank you to everybody for being really adaptable last week when we shifted this call. And I actually really want to thank our speakers tonight because they were all pumped, ready to share last week. And then the call was going long. And listen, like if you guys were not on the call last week, you're like, what is she talking about? You need to get an Improvement Promoter and catch that replay of Joseph McClendon, Brian, Dr. Ryan Lowry. Like, guys, it was an awesome call. It was so like, I was so fired up just watching it. I was like, we can't, like, I don't want to have people like jump off that to get on this call. So I just want to thank our girls that are going to be sharing tonight, because they were ready to go and share last week. And I was like, wait, we got to push it back. And they are just so flexible. They have hearts of gold to be coming and sharing with you guys tonight. So just a little background really fast before we kick it over. One of the number one questions I've been getting in my inbox has been about like these people that are about to share tonight, right? And they're like, what are they doing? How have they grown? And what I'm excited for them to hear, like to share tonight and stuff, is just like, a lot of people are looking about like, how do we grow? How do I grow my following? How do I grow people's loyalty and trust in me? And like, you think about new volume, and it's literally like, you think about people being customers, you think about people being promoters, right? How do I grow my team? How do I grow my customer base? How do I do this? Anyone else ever question that? Like, how do I grow? Like, how do I get more people to buy? Or like, how do I get more people to join my team? It all starts, and like, it literally begins with building relationships and trust. And these girls are rock stars at doing it. And they are about to jump on tonight and dish all the goods about all of it. So I don't want to take up any more of their time, because I have my pen, I have my notebook, and I'm really excited just to learn and hear from them. And just like, as you guys are listening, just remember like listening with an open heart, and that like, there are 1,000,000 ways to skin a cat, right? Like, and that's just something that our CEO always says, right? There's not one way to do one thing, and that being able to hear different perspectives is probably going to be one of the biggest business building tips for you, right? Is that you listen and you figure out what works for you. So I'm super excited to hear from them. And I believe, so we have Chrissy Petty tonight and Nat Waymack. They're going to be sharing for us tonight all about all of their tips. They are like current credibility, like growing, like they have such a solid following, growing their teams, doing all the stuff. This is like, I'm super excited to hear from them. So I think we're kicking off with Nat tonight. I can't see her. She's not on my number one screen, Nat. So where are you?
Hi.
Hi. I was like, where is she? How are you?
Hi, babe. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm excited to hear from you tonight.
So I have the nervous jitters, and I haven't actually been on a call since, like, spoke on a call since like my first month. So this is really strange, but I am so happy to be speaking to you guys and to give you all the secret sauce of growing your business. If you're into social media, that is primarily our mode of transportation from point A to point B. That being said, like, it is completely up to you. If you're more of a person who does belly to belly sales, like, I need tips from you because I am not that person. So let's chat. If you have any of those tips, you're going to be on next week's call about how to do belly to belly sales. There are some freaking boss people in this company who have grown like tremendously just from literally talking to people at like the pizza place, literally. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities. But if you're looking for tips, like tactical tips, I'm going to give you tactical tips. If you don't know me, my name is Natalie Waymack. I've been with Prove It for about, let's say, 14 months now. I'm so happy to be here. And I have loved on this community so much. And if it weren't for the community, literally, like, I wouldn't be the strong person that I am today. So just kind of take what you get from different people, apply it at whatever ability that you can apply it. And like, I get it. Everyone's super busy. I'm an ICU nurse. I'm on the COVID front lines. I am working. I'm doing everything that I can for this business, for my community. And I get it. It is a lot, but you guys can do it. If I can do it, so can you. I promise you that. So let's get into the tactical tips. So I want to talk about Instagram because that's kind of like the place where everybody hangs out nowadays. If you're more of a Facebook person, let's talk, because I'm just now getting into Facebook too. So the tactical things on Instagram would be, number one, if you're creating a new profile, we get questions all the time about how to, should I create a new Instagram account just specifically to promote? Or should I, like, what should I do? Should I do this, that, the other? Like, that's completely up to you. If you already have a decent following on Instagram and you're okay with sharing ketones with your family and friends, like, you should definitely go that route. But if you want to just kind of start fresh, start new. That's exactly what I did. I started my account in January. I actually just posted it because I was like looking through nostalgically thinking like, oh my gosh, I started my account January of last year. And I just started sharing, right? And I didn't expect a following, and I never tell people like go in and expect a following, but these are kind of the tools that you should use in order to get there. Your account should be you. Like this is think of it like as a magazine cover. Like your face should be your profile picture, especially on Instagram. Your profile picture is very small. So it needs to be almost your entire face so that is your brand. I know it's awkward. I know it's weird. I know some of us are going through weight loss transformations. I get it. It's super awkward, but like, this is your brand now. You are now this is you. And once you get that branded part of your face, people will remember you from your face and from that picture. You're like most followed influencers that you follow. Whenever you see their face, that brings them to who they are in your head. It's like a weird trigger. So just remember that it needs to have no filter on it. It doesn't need to be dark. It needs to be bright. Your eyes need to be open. You need to be smiling. You need to be like happy looking. It doesn't need to be covered or you like in the distance in the very background, or your dog or your pet. Like it needs to be you, because people are following you for you, not for ketones, not for your dog, not for your husband. They're following you because they want to follow you. So just kind of remember that. In your actual profile, super tactical. I hope you guys are taking notes. I know that it's like very like military, but I want to get the tactical stuff out so that Chrissy can talk more about the like relationship piece and like what do you do once you get the followers. So the second part would be your profile. It needs to be really clean and it needs to be super effective, meaning why are you here? You want to share keto, you want to share food, you want to share your life. You're like, I think Chrissy has something about how she's an extrovert, ENFJ or whatever, like whatever makes you fun and relatable. That's what they're going to decide if they want to follow you very quickly. It's like when they say you go to an interview and somebody makes a decision about you within the first 15 seconds. They're going to make that decision within the first 15 seconds of looking at your profile if they want to follow you or not. And I know it's super weird, but that's just that's literally how we are as human beings. So make sure that whatever you have in your profile, it's not filled and flooded with hashtags. If you want to use a hashtag, use like one or two of your primary things, like say keto or healthy or fitness or nurse. Don't like say a million hashtags, because that's overwhelming for people. And they're like, what are you even trying to talk to me about? Because now I came to you for one thing and you're trying to be the master of everything. And I just want you to be one thing. Even if you're the jack of all trades, okay? Just keep it really simple. So when you start your new account, make sure you fill your account with at least like 5 to 6 posts before you even try to attract people to your page. Because as soon as you're attracting people to your page, you're going to want something shown. You're going to want content that is, that reflects what you're going to be talking about. So say you post a quote that's funny, or funny stuff always gets more engagement than serious stuff. I'm just letting you guys know. People want humor. They don't want to come be preached to. They want something funny. Like even if it literally has nothing to do with you, put something funny on there. I promise you they will share it. And then like a recipe that's like super simple, like simple keto pancakes. This is about me. Or simple workout during quarantine. 5 easy workouts that you can do. So create your content before you start attracting people to your page, because they're going to want to see what you're providing to them, which is free content. It's not your ketone sachets. It's free content. They will come to you for the free content, and then they will fall in love with you. And then they will want to, follow you and then they'll want to buy your products because they love you and they love the free content that you're providing, is what I'm trying to get out. Okay, so now that we kind of have like what to do when you start your Instagram, and if you've already started your Instagram, none of that may have made any sense to you, but kind of give me some feedback on if that gave you any quality. I'm on my phone because my internet's not working right now, so I can't really see all the comments. So I'm trying to just like be super aware of y'all's time and understand that you guys are super busy, but also really want tactical information. So in your bio, you can go to create your Instagram to be a creator account, and that way you can attach your stories to your Facebook. So every time you put a story, you can choose if all of your stories on your Instagram flow over to your Facebook page, which is essential because you already have friends on Facebook that are possibly like scrolling through Facebook, but not Instagram. So those are new eyeballs. So whatever you want to post on Instagram, especially if you're posting your face and your story, they're getting to know you through Facebook. Even if you're posting on Instagram and that's your main place, they're like, oh, maybe I should go follow her on Instagram. She seems funny. She seems cool. She's giving free information. Let me go over there and see what she's up to. Because curiosity literally kills people. They want to know what you're doing. They are all up in your business. Even if you don't think they see what you're doing, they are following you very closely and they are very nosy. So flow everything over to Facebook and they'll come over to your Instagram just because they're wondering what you're doing and why you're sharing so much. So let's see. Let me see. Oh, here's something that I just learned today, which I thought was really interesting. Your actual, not your Instagram handle, like at the very top, but not your but the actual top name, like your title, it is searchable through Instagram. So whatever you have in your title, like say your Instagram handle is Nat Jane, like mine is, and then in your actual title, it's Natalie. Instead of that, you could put Natalie /keto /mindset mentor /nurse. Whatever you put in there is searchable. So whatever you're wanting to like direct your audience to, you could put like a searchable word in there and that'll draw people to your page. So that was interesting. I hadn't heard about that. So you can add links to your bio. If you want to, you can look into Linktree or Milkshake. I like Milkshake. It's a little bit more personable, but if you're just looking to do links, Linktree is effective. Both are very effective. So studies are showing, okay, how is everybody doing? Let me tap to the comments and make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Super helpful. Yes, yes, yes. Making sure. Has anyone else had them blocked because they're changing their name too many times in a day? I don't know about that. I know you have 2 weeks to change back to your old name, but I'm going to move on so I can be super tactical. So number one, post consistently. All the studies are showing that people who post 5 to 6 times per week have twice the amount of engagement that people do who don't post. So even if you're posting literally 1 or 2 times a day, you're going to attract 50% more followers than somebody who does not post at all. So make sure you're showing up consistently. Even if you don't even know what to post, look up something from a long time ago, you and your kids smiling, something bright, something cheery. We'll talk about like actual photos, but something bright, something happy. And it doesn't have to be something long. It can literally be just like, we had a beautiful day this day. And like, literally, like, I know that I'm going to talk about like how to engage inside of your post, but just post consistently because people are waiting to see if you're going to show up, and you're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for them, and you're showing up for your business. So they're also showing that videos are getting super hot right now. So like engagement with, or showing your stories get seen 50% more than an actual post in your feed. If you're not storing and showing your face, you're doing a disservice to your business and you're literally not reaching so many people. People want to know more about you. They want to know you. They want to know what you're doing every single day. They're coming to social media to connect with you. Share your freaking face. Share your story. I don't care if you have no makeup on or anything. Just get on and say like, hey, still alive. I don't know what's going on. It's been a crazy day. I'm drinking my ketones. Praise God. I'm going to go for a walk, get some fresh air, and we're all going to like hang out later or something. Like literally, I don't care what it is. Just like tap in, like pulse check. I'm still here. I want to say hi to you guys. Love you guys. Mean it. And then do whatever you have to do to show your face. And I know it's scary. Trust me. It's the weirdest thing in the world, talking to yourself. I feel like I'm talking to myself right now. I literally, like on this Zoom call, all of the electronic things in this world, it's weird, but let me just say, whenever you get past that comfort zone, like whenever you get over it and you just say, I'm reaching somebody and I'm going to help somebody, and me sharing my story is helping somebody, then that's whenever you get out of your own way and you can reach so many more people. And even if it's just one person that you reach, think about how many massive shifts in other people's lives that one person can reach. So just never downplay yourself, right? Like, your voice matters, your story matters, and you're going to reach people. And say that to yourself every single day. My story matters. I'm going to get on Instagram, get out of my comfort zone. I'm going to get on Facebook, and I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to share, because somebody needs to hear this, and somebody is on the same exact journey as I am, and I want to connect with them. So let's see. So the videos and the stories, huge. Hashtags. So for hashtags, anything over 11 is what you want to post. They have like hashtag generators. Literally keep it simple. Keep it like 1 to 2 words max. I hope you guys are getting value from this. I really hope. We haven't had a super tactical like Instagram or super tactical social media like Zoom in a long time. Sorry, words. So I hope that you're getting value from this. Somebody let me know. Yes, fire. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. I see your comments rolling in. Okay, so that makes me feel good. So hashtags, keep them simple. Don't put like me and my mom, hashtag me and mom went to the store. Literally just put hashtag mom, hashtag store, hashtag keto, hashtag keto weight loss, hashtag weight loss. One word, I promise you, those get more engagement than whenever you write a prolonged hashtag. Literally, the point of a hashtag is to not tell a story. The point of a hashtag is to reach people. So literally, your hashtag has to be, it's like the Instagram about me, effective, short, to the point. That's all we're trying to do, is get the point across and to reach people. And you can actually tap like the keto or ketones hashtag, and it'll bring you to its own Instagram area. And you can tap through the stories that people have tagged like keto or something in, and you'll find a lot of people in there that are really good to connect with. So spend like 20 minutes on a hashtag area and like literally connect with new humans. Spend 20 minutes in other people's, in the feed, commenting on other people's stuff. Spend 20 minutes. It can be 10, 10, 10. It can be 5, 5, 5. Whatever amount of time that you have for yourself that you really want to dedicate to growing your social media, that is up to you. Half of you may not even want to grow your social media. I don't know what you're here for, but it may help, it may not. Just let me know. Spend time connecting with other people, because that's how you're going to create those connections, and that's how you're going to get your name into different areas, into different little crevices of the social media world. Same thing with Facebook too. You can go like pages, you can go comment on people's posts, just to get people to your page so they have eyeballs on you, and then they start watching you. We don't necessarily want to like plaster ketones everywhere. We just want to attract people to us. So I went over the liking and replying. Make sure if one person comments on your post, you're responding to that comment. I don't care if literally 1 million people respond to your post. You better respond to every single comment on that, because that is what's building your reputation for caring about your followers. And whenever people come to your page, they're gonna be like, wow, they really spend a lot of time responding to all of their comments. I really like that. Shows that you're reliable, you're consistent, and it builds that relationship with all of your followers. They want to come back to you because they trust you and they trust that you're going to respond to them. So let's talk about photo quality. I'm literally almost done, I promise. Photo quality needs to be sharp, needs to be bright. So filters can be iffy too. I know a lot of people use like the pink washing, the whatever, but like just be mindful. If you are using a filter, use it consistently. Don't use like a bunch of different things. Brighten your photos, sharpen your photos. They're going to be liked more if you're in the foreground and there's like blurred in the background. I don't know why. It's just the human eye wants to be attracted. If everything on your page is like a certain color scheme, that's awesome. I personally don't do that. I don't have the time to think about all that, but bright and sharp. We can all agree, bright and sharp. You can use your iPhone. It doesn't have to be something fancy, nothing. Use your Droid, whatever y'all have. I know y'all out there taking good pictures of your family. I promise you, just bright and sharp. So the 5 most persuasive words on Instagram are you can write these down, you, free, instantly, new, and because. And I'm literally getting this off of howtogrowyourInstagram.com Google. Like, I'm telling you, there's people out there who do this for a living and it's not me. Like, I'm sharing what I have found. So you, free, because, instantly, and new. I don't know why, but those are supposedly the 5 most persuasive words on Instagram. I don't know. I just saw that, thought that was interesting. Ask specific questions on your call to action. So if you're asking a question, we all talk about like doing a call to action. I never even had heard of a call to action when I joined Prove It. I literally was like, what are they talking about call to action? Like, I'm posting a recipe. I don't even know who I'm calling to action. Like, I don't know. So if you're new here, trust me, I get it. It's strange, right? But the call to action piece is on your Instagram caption. What are you asking somebody to engage with? You ask them to engage with you. You ask them about themselves, because I'm telling you, they're following you for you, but they want to talk about themselves. They want to talk about me. My mom went through this. My engagement was like this. I want to go to the Bahamas. I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't want to do keto. I do want to do, like, they want to talk about themselves. Okay. That's why they're coming there. So whenever you do a call to action, you engage and say, what is your favorite color? Or this is the whole point of it. Don't ask what's your favorite color. Ask, do you prefer blue or green? Give them 2 options. The human mind is weird. I'm telling you, they will be more likely to comment between the 2 if they have options than if you don't give them an option. So if you just say, tell me a story, they're not going to comment. If you say, have you been to New York or have you been to California? They'll be more likely to comment New York or California. I don't get it either. It's weird, but it works. I promise you. People want to talk about themselves. Okay. So I went through all of that. So this is kind of transitioning over into what Chrissy's going to talk about. We talk a lot about like making connections and attracting, and like, I'm literally talking to you like a normal person. I have a following on Instagram. I don't know how. I really didn't have it, like, I didn't look up any of this intention stuff to grow following, and I'm so grateful that I do. And connecting with those people is exactly the reason that I love it. It's not to sell them stuff, but I love the connections that we make, regardless of if I sell them product or not. I freaking love the people I've met on Instagram, and you can feel that. And I spend a lot of time on Instagram, and just know that with a following and with a lot of influence comes a lot of weight. So just remember that if you're growing a following, it's not all butterflies and roses. It's a lot of work, but it is a blessing, and I'm very thankful. But if your followers feel connected with you, they say that customers, when they feel actually connected to the brand or the person, they're 68% more likely to recommend you. They're 76% more likely to buy your product than another brand's product, because they trust you and they have a connection with you. They're 57% likely to spend more money with you because they trust you. And they're 38% more likely to come back and shop with you, even if they've had a bad experience. So the connections really matter, and showing up consistently matters. And all of the other little tactical things matter too. But if you're not showing up, none of that really matters. Like, you just have to show up. And if all of this is too much for you, all I'm going to ask for you to do is post on your feed, post your face, and all of the rest can become white noise until you make those connections with other people, and you're commenting on other people's posts, and you're sharing other people's posts because you truly like them and you like their heart and you see something in them that you see in yourself. And that's how you kind of attract your people. And once you attract those people to you because you're consistent, because you're providing value, because you have a good heart and you want to connect with people, then that's whenever all the other dominoes start falling into place. It's kind of like a big picture thing. And also I did want to share this one last statistic because I'm a statistic person. People who have less than 25,000 followers actually get way more engagement than people with more than 25,000 followers. It's actual statistics. So if you're sitting there saying, I don't have 100,000 followers, well, it doesn't matter because your followers are way more engaged with you than they are with me or anybody else who has a big following because they know you on a personal level. So just remember that even if you have 10 followers, you have 10 followers. This is a free platform. Be so grateful that you have the ability to share your voice, share your life, and it's free. Literally, it's free to share what you're doing. It doesn't matter. You have followers. You have people who trust you. You have people who love you, and they're following you for a reason that is so much different than they would follow anybody else for. So just trust yourself. Trust that your voice matters. Trust that those relationships matter. And I promise you, whenever you know that about yourself more than anything else, that you're providing value and that your story matters, everything else will fall into place. And I know Chrissy's about to light it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please, please, please let me know. Message me on Instagram if you have any other questions. I would love to help you. I want to bring everybody with me. I promise you, we are nothing without each other. I really want everybody to freaking blow it up on Instagram. Let's all become influencers. If a girl in Arkansas who's 26 years old could do it, I promise you, you've got this, boo-boo. I'm cheering for you.
Thank you. Wow, you guys, that was freaking insane. That was awesome. I got so many notes right now. And I'm not going to stop the flow. So I'm just going to pass it over to Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy?
What's up? Yeah. What is up? That's what Trish says, right? What is up, you guys? What is up? Okay, so Nat addressed how weird it sounds when you're talking because you really are talking to yourself, and you guys listening, it feels like we're having a conversation, right? Like I'm talking, you're hearing me, and you're in your thoughts, but it's dead silent when you're talking. It's no, there's no nothing. So it's very intimidating and it's weird. So try to put yourself in that position first. Second, Nat, are you kidding me? I've known this girl for a long time. We are very close. We talk all the time, but fire, straight up fire. If you don't have pages of notes right now, start taking notes and go talk to her, because no matter what point you're at in your business, pulling from other people's experience is just so important. So I want to say personally, thank you, because I have 2 pages of notes and I'm pumped. I also have the nervous jitters. You can't even get me off my stories. I'm so annoying, microdotting you every day, but yet talking to you guys right now. And I'm oh, I'm a little nervous. I think it's all the eyes. When you're talking to yourself, you're just yeah, some people see it maybe, but you can't see all the people. Anyway, so I will try to keep it brief. And I say that because you guys know I'm not brief, but I really will try. Nat just killed it with how to build your page, right? And I wanted to take it into some of the things that I think and I and so many of you guys do every day. But there's a lot of you that knew that okay, I have my Instagram or I have my Facebook, and I'm going to be speaking primarily from the Instagram side because that is my mode. But you're what do I really do now that I have this following? And I want to be really clear. It doesn't matter if your following is 700 people or if your following is 50,000 people. I'm speaking to all of you. You have your page, you have your people, and you're starting to grow that. But what do you do right now as a promoter sharing your story? What are some things? So first, I want to start with leading yourself. And you want to always remember that you run your own business. First and foremost, it's all on you. And how grateful are we to have this amazing community of leaders that we can pull insight from and talk to each other about and share downward, right? It's this unanimous community of people. But first and foremost, I think what Nat and I do is we remember that we are solely responsible for our business, and we don't blame, shame, justify, try to like put any blame on why maybe our business isn't running at the capacity we want it to run at. We want to take responsibility. And I think leading, I'm reading notes here. So if I look down, remembering that like your promoter who signed you up can give you all the tools, can guide you, can be an example for you, but it is up to you to lead yourself. And you do have the power to lead yourself because you chose to sign on to share your story and lead others. Whether you are at the end of your journey and where you want to be, or whether you're just starting, and we're all somewhere in the middle there, right? Taking responsibility for yourself and wanting to better yourself every day and be a leader is really, really important. And it's something I think that we are always thinking about is, this is my thing, this is my business. So just remembering that. Taking initiative, it falls in the same category. Take initiative, start activity. If you just signed up and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like I tell all of my brand new promoters what Nat said. Are you ready to share your first post or your story? What do I say? Like, of course I can help you with that, but just get on. Like I started my page, I think it was the end of, I don't remember, October or no, I don't remember, October or November of 2018. And I created it to just share food. I was like, I wanted to share food and tips for my family because my family was annoying me and they were all asking the same questions. And I was like, you guys can just go to this one page and look at all the stuff. Okay. And I didn't have any desire for it to be like, whatever. But something changed in February, very beginning of February. And I shared my first story and I was really nervous, but I got on there and I was at this convention in Long Beach. And I got on there and I was like, hey, you guys, we're at the Metabolic Health Summit. Like, I don't know who I was channeling, like Channel 5 news reporter or something, but I was like, we're here and it's really fun. And I was so nervous and so like cheeseball, but I got dirty and I started the activity. And what I saw from that was like, whoa, like people started commenting or DMing me, oh, it's nice to see who you are. Cause like they'd been following my food or they'd seen me comment on their stuff. Cause I created relationships from day one on my keto page. And it opened this whole new world, which was, oh, like this is me sharing my life more than just the food I make. I'm much more than that. Even if my story isn't that I lost 400 pounds or that I whatever, like I still have a story, right? So lead yourself. Number 2 is being a product of the product. It's so important if we are recommending to our followers, our friends, relationships we're building to do the 60-hour reboot and to drink ketones daily, right? Drink ketones daily, reboot monthly. Like I do that tried and true. And I expect all of my promoters to do that. And I expect all of my customers to do that. I want them to, right? Being a product of the product, super important. And this doesn't mean you need to have this like 6-month journey of drinking ketones to finally be able to share it. Like not at all. You can have tried a keto pack and then realize this is lighting my brain up on fire and people need to see this. I want to share it and I want to become a promoter. So starting with like, even if you're just starting ketones and you signed on to be a promoter, like sharing that you're a product of the product. Does that make sense? And say stuff too, if I'm like, you know, whatever. Let's see what else. Practice what you preach, share your experience, even if it is day one. Trish always makes me laugh every time you laugh. I like always laugh. People want to walk through your journey with you. That's a super big one. Like people don't care where you're at. If you messed up or you like couldn't finish your 60 hours and you turned it into a 30-hour, don't lie. Like just get on and share. Like I intended for this to be a 60-hour reboot, but like I caved, whatever. Guess what? Like 1% better because I got 30 hours. I've never done that before. And next time I'm going to try 40 hours or whatever it is. Right. So people want to walk through that with you and remember that they are watching. Like they're all watching you, whether, and I don't mean that in a creepy way. There are some creepers, but like they're always watching what you do and they're watching you from day one on. Like I've had promoters sign up with me that have said, I've been watching you for like 9 months now. I'm ready. Like, you know, 9 months and you just DM'd me, but like, that's amazing, right? People are watching you. Okay. So here's the magic. people, I swear, like people think that Nat and I have like secrets in our hair, or we're like, there's something that's like, what are we doing that's different? Like we both have big hair, so it just like came to me. We have secrets in our hair. I'll tell you, here's the magic. It's relationships. It's conversations. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from this conversation, and I know Nat will agree, it's relationships and conversations. The most important thing is that. And I think that Nat and I have this, I keep referencing back to her because I know we agree, like we started our page with no expectation, but what we love to do is connect with people. And that is the key. And if you're just starting that and you haven't been connecting with people, that's okay. Start now. Start tonight. I comment on every single person that comments on a post of mine. I write back. I might get a little bit behind on how many I posted, but like literally every person. It's so important to just start a relationship and be a human. Like literally talk to them, not about ketones. Start a conversation. One of the like analogies I always use for like a newer promoter just starting in our team is I look at it as planting the seed. And a lot of you guys are like, yeah, Chrissy, always talking about this. So Nat and I unknowingly started planting seeds when we started our page. We didn't know, we didn't have any expectation of what it would turn into. I never knew I would be drinking ketones. I never knew that I would be promoting, like no idea. But I can tell you that I have many, many people that have decided to lock arms with me who I've been friends with way before I even started talking about ketones. And that is because I like planted the seed of friendship with them. And then I started watering that seed. It's my analogy in my head. And that's just continuing the relationship, right? Like literally talking to them, comment on their story, whatever. And then they started to sprout into little plants and they were like, okay, I'm ready. I would like to try these ketones that you always talk about. Awesome. Water that plant. Did you get your ketones? What is your favorite flavor? Oh my goodness. How did you feel? Did you take a before picture or what? You didn't? Go take one right now, because at the end of your 10 days, you're going to literally, your mind's going to be blown, right? You're watering the seed or the little plant. And then all of a sudden that plant becomes a tree. And that tree is your new promoter who's just decided that she wants to be a part of the forest. So that's how I look at relationships and conversations. And some of them won't become plants, and that's okay, because they added to your life, hopefully, and you added to theirs in whatever way, and you can have a friendship. There's no expectation. One of the other things I think that is key is I say expectation a lot, but I really don't have expectations when I start talking to people. I don't think like I really need this person to sign on as a customer today because I need to sell 2 more boxes to get to my goal and I need this person. There isn't a need. There are 6 billion people in the world. I don't know how really many there are. I'm just throwing a number out, but there's a lot of people out there and you don't need any one person. And in fact, the more people you're talking to and you're not worrying about Sally who said she would think about it and you're like, okay, cool. Like think about it, still water that relationship, but like let her watch you, right? You're talking to all of the other people that could potentially be interested. So go back to my notes. We have a firm foundation of friendship that we built on, and those are some of our strongest, I think she would agree, some of our strongest promoters that have locked arms with us too. Another thing is walking through the journey with your customers and with your friends. And on our COC call right before this, I don't remember who said it, but it's a notion, I think it was Raj. It's a notion of customer service. And this didn't even trigger me until he said that. I've worked in restaurants for 16 years and I understand hospitality and I feel very strongly about a guest experience. And that's something that I've held through my entire life. And I didn't realize how it's translating into this. I'm not saying you've had to work in restaurants to get it, but like I care very much about my customers' experience with ketones. And I don't just like get them to buy and then don't talk to them again. It's like, I want to be a part of their experience. Like if like Reboot right now, DMs blowing up, right? Texts just asking simple questions. And that's because of this like firm foundation of customer service, right? Connecting with your customers and watering those seeds over and over again. And this can also take time. So it doesn't happen right away. Maybe, you know, someone took a long time to buy a trial from you and that's okay. And they're going to take a long time to actually buy a box. That's okay too. Just remembering, I don't want to call it like the long game because it's not a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's the being very future focused and not like, I need to get this like right now. It will come, you know? Another thing is I always think about, I will get this person in our community. There's this weird like manifestation thing. I've not ever been that person that's like, I manifest what I want and I say it out loud and it comes to me. I've never been that person. And like the friends that are on this call that know me know that's not how I have been until recently, where I realized like, if you really want something and you think about it and you put it into the universe or put it into your mind or pray about it, it will come to you. And I've had so many opportunities where I've started a conversation with someone and I know this person is going to join our community. The conversation might not have even been about ketones, but I know it will happen. There's someone on this call that just joined last night, and the first time I talked to her, I just knew she's going to join this community. Of course, I didn't really know because I'm not a future teller, but like there's something magical about just having that confidence in knowing they'll come around when the time is right, you know? Does any of that make sense? See, it's like no one's coming back, so it's like quiet, you know what I mean? Okay, the number 4 thing is value. And talking about value. So we have our pages now, we constantly thinking of different ways to give value and to give it for free, right? It doesn't mean that we are sharing about ketones 27, even though I feel like sometimes I do. I love making keto meals, and I love getting on and talking about like an audiobook or a podcast I listen to. I just like repeating things. Like if I've learned something, this is how I've always been. If I like see a movie that I really enjoy, I got to come home and like tell everyone all the details of the movie. Like I enjoy sharing that back. So finding a couple things about you that make you you and sharing that. If you love keto food, share your keto food. If you love dogs, start talking about your dogs more and ask questions and create polls to get feedback. That is another really big point, is I love doing that. And sometimes polls have nothing to do with ketones or even keto, but they start all these conversations where people see I responded to them, or you know, what's your favorite movie? And I got so many responses. Why? Because everyone wants to share something about them, right? Oh, my favorite movie is this, and I want her to know. And I'm like, that's amazing. I love that movie. Wait, what's your story? Like, what, are you keto? I say that all the time, and that starts a conversation, right? So giving value so that people know that you're not just about like one thing, but they can come to you for insight on, maybe they like your hair, or maybe they like your style, or, you know, they think it's interesting that you, share about what you love, Heather. How do you do polls on Instagram? I can help you, Mary Jane. Okay, let's see what else. So finding 5 things you love and then sharing that. So trial packs, super important, right? I called them sample packs for a good long time. I did not know that maybe sample is not the best word to use. A lot of people think they're free. Or anyone ever, had that? So I have rebranded them as trial packs for myself, or experience packs. Great, right? Whatever you want to call them. They're the core of our business. Nat will tell you, she and I, we love trial packs. That is the core. That's what we started our business with. And that's what we will continue to do through the entire time. If you're not offering a trial, just remember that someone else is. So if you're not sharing that you have a way that someone can try the magic that you have, someone else is going to share it. And it doesn't mean that you have to advertise nonstop that you have trials. I'm very selective on when I talk about them, because if you talk about them all the time, I'm gonna phrase it. Right now is reboot, right? I'm talking about the reboot, and I'm talking about, you can order both the 10-day challenge and the reboot kind of thing, or the promoter packs that are going to be ending soon. So for me, I'm not talking about trials right now, but you can sprinkle them through, and then magic is in the conversations. When someone gets a trial, following up. That is really crucial, following up, because it is really easy if someone wants to try ketones and they think a box is a little too much, and you offer them something a little smaller, right? Well, I'd be more than happy to help you. I have this 6-pack. It's a 3-day experience. It's a little taster so that you can, see how the flavors are, like which ones you like before purchasing a box. But the magic is in the follow-up, because even if you have an insert, which hopefully everyone has something that they put in with their trials, Even if it says like, hey, reach out to me when you get this, like, let's face it, not everyone does. They're not going to like run to their phone and be like, I got the trials. All right, I'm ready. They're just going to like open the pack and they're going to drink it, hopefully. So remembering that it's our job to reach out to them, to be their customer service representative, right? Or their hospitality manager, whatever you want to call it. And however you are organized, that's key too. Staying organized. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people prefer email. Some people prefer just DMs. I use Google Docs to keep track. There's so many options. If you're a binder girl, that's great, guy. But just making sure that you can time that. Like if you use Stamps.com, that's what I use. You can look back and see, okay, this, round of 20 packs, did they all get delivered? And if they did, go back to your page and see, and literally I'll pull my laptop up and I'll see my list of people. And then on my phone, I just go and I DM, hey babe, oh my gosh, I saw your trial packs got delivered. Did you get to try them yet? Are you so excited? Or whatever, whatever you want to say. You can literally copy and paste the same thing to every person that you send to, but following up. That way they know that you're thinking of them, right? And sometimes maybe they just put them on the counter and they don't even remember them. Let's see. So fear of missing out. I have hundreds of trials. No one needs to know that though. I mean, I have so many right now, ready to go. It's all bundled up. They need people to take them in their hands. But my Instagram doesn't need to know that I have all those right now. So the fear of missing out is key too. So you might see a lot of people say like, I have 5 left. First 5 people that DM me, they are golden. They are yours in your hands, right? If you have 20 people that reach out from that, that's great. They will all be a part of your 5. So that's one way too. And then finding a design that suits you, like pink leopard. I picked that in July and I just rolled with it and I've never veered off that. And that's my thing. Like everyone knows that when they get a trial from Cuba Buns, it's going to be a pink leopard bag. Figure out something that works for you. That screams your personality. That's memorable. And you can change it up. Like it doesn't have to be the same one, but how much cooler is it to receive a heartfelt, cute little bag than like getting a post office, white, whatever. You know what I mean? I see a couple of nods. You're with me. I got you. The last 2 things. How much time? Okay. Testimonies. So this is really important and it might not come right away. So you're first starting your business and you see a bunch of other people sharing screenshots of like text messages or like DMs and you don't have those yet. That's okay. They will start to come, but they come because you're asking the questions, right? So asking for feedback. You got your trials. Oh my gosh, what was your favorite flavor? Oh, I really like the heart tart. Duh, right? Oh my gosh, how did you feel? Wait, what was your favorite benefit? Like putting it into their mind, like, remember when I told you all of the benefits when you first ordered? Like, which was your favorite one? And then they're going to remember, oh yeah, I actually really slept well last night. Or like, oh yeah, I didn't need to take a nap today, which was kind of surprising. I wasn't really thinking about it, but yeah, like you're right. So also, and DMing them too, so they can, you can screenshot their feedback. I think that's really crucial. I've had a lot of people join because they have seen testimonials from other people. It's that third-party validation, right? I always ask to be tagged in stories and posts too. So when my customers will get their trials or whatever, or sometimes, Nat's probably had this, they'll send me a private picture because they're not used to sharing on their page. So they got it and they're so excited. And how adorable are they that they took this picture of all of their stuff laid out and they send it to me and they're like, I got it. And I'm like, that's amazing. What a spread. Oh my goodness. You should share that on your Instagram and tag me so I can reshare it. And they're like, okay. And usually nervous, or some of them are like, awesome. And then they reshare. So it's looking like the truth, which is there's a whole community of people that bought from me that I'm sharing now are starting this reboot together and changing their lives, right? Again, that third-party validation, that feeling of being included. It also gets them a little bit out of their comfort zone because I just gave them a directive. And if they want to eventually join, I'm going to expect that they take some directive, push themselves out of their comfort zone, be 1% better every day. And if they can do that and they can share a story and they can tag me, that's giving them their confidence that they just did something they never thought they would do. And then they got reshared, and then maybe they get more followers, and then maybe people are like, what is that? And it just starts, right? Showing your face. This is the last one. Showing your face and speaking. And Nat touched on it wonderfully. It's everything. People want to see who you are. And the biggest way to build trust is by you talking and you sharing in your stories. And it doesn't matter if you feel like you don't have anything to say. Like if you just get on and you're like, hey, I've never done this before. I say this to every new promoter. I've never done this before. And I'm really nervous to be honest, but I just wanted to say hi to all of like my friends and family. I haven't seen you guys in forever. How are you doing in this quarantine thing? That's it. 15 seconds. Like if you can just push yourself to get on and say something, doesn't have to be about ketones, doesn't have to be about like, I just started my health journey. It doesn't have to be anything inspirational. It's just you getting on. I promise you, your friends or your family or people will see that and they will watch you and they will respond to you and they'll want to like maybe start a relationship with you or see like what you're doing, you know? And it is scary. I think it was on this call, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, maybe it was Melissa. I can't remember. This was like months and months ago. When you feel nervous and you want to share, you want to go live or you want to do a story and you're talking yourself out of it because you get in your head. I get in my head all the time, you guys. Like Trish can tell you like, oh my gosh, see the face she's making? Because she's like, oh. No, sometimes we get in our head and we get like nervous or scared or we like overanalyze. So if you're doing that before you do a story or before you do a live, just count down from 5. It's so cheesy and it sounds really stupid, but I promise it'll work. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, I'm like really nervous right now, but I just wanted to say hi. Don't have anything else to say. Just do that and you'll see it's like not as intimidating. But what's cool too is like your personality will shine through. You won't be the same way that weirdo freak that I am, but like you'll be yourself and it'll start to get more comfortable. And then the more affirmation you get from people like, hey, like it's nice to see you today, you'll be like, oh, she thought it was nice to see me. Well then I'm gonna show those 5 of people that they want to think that it's nice to see me too. And then you start doing it more, you know? Talking to your followers, again, I don't care if you have 30 people, just talk to them. Like, it doesn't matter. And if you're thinking, like, I feel like I'm talking to the same 30 people. How many of you guys have thought that? I feel like I'm storying every day, and the only people that watch my stories are the same people, and it's my mom and my 3 aunts and my uncles. Like, that's okay, because it's gonna start to grow more, I promise you. And you're gonna start to grow more because you're gonna realize that it's not as intimidating as you think it is. And then you're going to take a lot of Nat's feedback and tips and you're going to start to grow your page. And more than that is you're going to start reaching out to more people yourself because they're not just going to come to you. Like we don't expect people to just come to us. Like how many of you as a promoter have maybe heard one of your promoters say like, but no one's messaging me, right? Or maybe you've said it. Like we're all guilty of that. I don't expect anyone to message me. I don't expect to like wake up in the morning and have a bunch of DMs of people that are like, hey, I want what you have. I go to them. And then over time, then the other happens because you've created your personality. You're showing your personality. And if part of that is ketones in your health journey, because like, let's face it, Nat and I didn't share ketones when we first started our page. Like I share who I am, and part of that was keto, and part of that was just myself. But it's a layer that I've added in, and now I want every person who comes to look at my profile to see she's going to be outgoing. She loves keto. She loves ketones. It's all in my profile, my bio, and I don't even know what else is on there. I'm from Orange County, and there's a little sun because it's sunny. I mean, see, I don't even know where I'm going with that, but it's just, I feel like I lost my train of thought. Just showing your face. See, like you can be stupid and nobody cares. I don't really care. Talk to more people. That's a huge one. Like if you're talking to the same 30 people, just trust that they're watching you. They're probably going to share you with other people or talk about you to their friends or family, or even be intrigued. Maybe they're not even your customer, but like, yeah, I saw this girl talking about this thing. And then you could, it could populate. Okay. The last thing I wanted to share is showing up even when you don't want to. And I just like threw this in because it's hard. Like this is a really hard thing, and Nat touched on like when you have a following, and I'm not saying like when you have a following, I mean like it's freaking hard sometimes because we care so much about every person that reaches out, and like everyone feels the magnitude of like if we don't write back in the time that they were expecting or whatever. So there's this like underlying pressure of being what everyone wants, and it's hard. But more than that is like, if you just show up every day and you try to push yourself every day to be better, and you stay consistent, like consistency and patience, those are the two things that I always preach. You just stay consistent. It might not happen in a week, might not happen in a month, it might not happen in 6 months, but it will happen if you do that. I promise you. Like, if you stay consistent. I don't mean just like share about ketones one time a week, or talk to that one person 4 months ago that you sold ketones to and you never talked to again. Like, stay consistent, and the right people will fall into your world, and it's going to be like kismet. You know that word? Like, it's going to be magical. There was a day last week where I felt terrible and I looked homeless, and I felt really like, I don't mean that in an offensive way. I like really, it was just one of those days. And I didn't want to show up, and I was like, I'm not even going to post all day today, which is crazy because I post like way too much. And I like talked it out, and I organized my ketone shelf. I drank some ketones, organized my shelf, and I felt so much better. And then I realized this isn't just about me. Like, this isn't about like me showing up or me getting new volume. This is about the team that I've built now, or the team I want to build, because the people that are watching you want to know that you're a leader, right? Like, if your customers are watching you and they're in the back of their mind even slightly thinking about joining you, they want to make sure that you're showing up so that they can pull guidance from you. So just remember to always show up, and that it's more than just like you, and it's more than customers. It's those customers maybe building a whole life that they never thought they would have, right? And helping people with that constant burning desire to be their best. Like, you want other people to be their very best, and you have something so special that they need to have. Every single person needs this. If you don't have a burning passion for ketones, or like a burning desire to want to get them in their hands, like, start to grow your belief in the product and your belief in yourself. Because like, I mean, I could talk till I'm blue in the face about how friggin' hard there've been some like times during these last few months. I mean, Nat's been there for me, Ashley, Trish, and it's like, you're gonna have ups and downs, trust. But if you have a belief in this product that we all believe in, and you have a belief in yourself that it might not, again, take one day or even a month, you're going to get there, and you're going to do such amazing things. So that's all I got for you. Leaders with an infinite mindset. That's the last thing I want to say. Simon Sinek, he has this amazing book called Finding Your Why, or Start With Why. And I like to talk a lot about like the why before just the what. Like, why do I drink ketones? Why do I like them? And then how do I do it? And then what, right? Why, how, what? He did a live for this call, and I just happened to pop on it. It was with Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. I'm like, I don't even know who he was, but it was interesting. Anyway, he got on and he was talking about leaders have an infinite mindset. Like, it's not the right now. Like, it's not just this, it's the future. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, if I'm not a millionaire in 1 month, then I'm giving up. Like, those aren't the leaders that are going to stay, right? It's having that very future focused drive that it's like infinite. Like, this world is full of everything that you could ever want. You just have to want it. You have to say it out loud, and then you have to try to be better every single day, because that's how you're going to get it. So thanks for letting me share today. I hope you got anything from this, but love you guys very much. Very, very much.
Y'all, did you get something from this call tonight? In the comments, let us hear everything that, like, your biggest takeaway from the call tonight. It was super awesome. Ladies, honestly, like, I have 3 pages of notes that I was taking during this entire thing, and it was so good. And there were so many amazing nuggets in there, like very tactical things. But like, the one thing that I felt like was freaking awesome was like showing up. Like, they both said it. Like, they both showed up. Like, your followers, and it's not even like, if like they said, like, your followers, whether you have 5 followers or 30 followers or 30,000 followers, they get on and they want to see you, they want to engage with you, they want to connect with you, and that's what builds the loyalty and trust. So like, are you showing up every single day? And I just want to thank you guys so much for sharing tonight. That was absolutely amazing. Like, I can't wait to get this. I will get it up. And just like on like one final note as we go, like as they were talking about all of the tips that they shared, and like, you have to remember, like, if Chrissy's posting about makeup and well, I don't know, like if she's posting about her outfit of the day, right? And that's now talking about, she's going like, she's about to like go traveling around the country in an RV and doing stuff like that, right? Like, you don't have to do things exactly all the same exact way. Like, what works for them might not work for you. And so like my biggest tip, like, that I like overarching for all of this is like, go look, and like we talked about this on a power hour this week, is go look at your engagement and like do an audit on your Instagram and your social media right now and scroll back. Your followers that you have right now, or your circle of influence, they will tell you what they want more of based on your engagement on your post. And go look and see what that was. I tried to be like a super keto recipe account like last year. I was like, I'm gonna just be one of these keto people and post all recipes. And guess what? It sucked. Like, my followers want to see, like, they want to see me and Travis. They want to see Grip. They want to see pictures of me. Like, obviously, they want to see pictures of this right here. But like, I don't know. Like, so like I started posting more of that and my Instagram started growing, but that's what works for me. I don't know what your followers want. Only you can do that by doing an audit on your own and looking and figuring out like what is getting the most engagement and going from there, right? And all of the tips that they just gave you, all of that, everything, right? There's at least one thing that you can take away and implement tonight and tomorrow, right? And you don't have to do it all at once, because that was a fire hose of information, but find the ones that you can cling to and go implement them right now, you guys, and like get started, because honestly, like they're crushing it. And this was a really good call, and it's 10:30 at night. Don't apologize. That was good. You guys could have talked for another hour, but that people engage more in photos of you than anything else. Yeah, like I guess it just like you just have to look, right? Like, and like do that audit on everything that you're doing. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Can we just give them some love in the comments? Thank you guys so much. They were awesome. You slayed it. And we will be back here on Monday. Power hours tomorrow and Thursday at 2 p.m. So stay tuned for the post. But I love you guys. Bye.